So we already went through English language arts, we went through mathematics, when we went through science. Those are the 3 subjects, okay, of public school education, elementary school. I already summarized it, and I also summarized the problem of it. Now number 4 is called social studies and history, okay. At the 5th grader, social studies and history, the requirement is demonstrate an understanding of social studies, contents and the concepts. Here we go again. Very vague. Social studies, content and the concepts. What means social studies, concept and contents? Basically, social study means to study the society, right? And what are the subject of studying the society? It's about history, human history, and should be many, many more. Theoretically, in the human society, there are so many subjects that our children should learn, right? About human society, right?
Right.
Different nations, right?
Yeah.
And different cultures, right? Different languages.
Yeah.
And many, many things. But no, this social study is very narrow. So if you give the students very narrow and twisted content and the concepts of human society, that's also dead end too. That's also dead end too. Using reading and writing to gather, interpret, and use evidence in social studies, content and concept, basically still narrowed down to science, even into the social studies. Okay. Applies critical thinking to extend understanding of content and concepts. This is very vague for the 5th grader.
Yeah.
And right now, I don't think it's doing anything for the children. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm very worried about social studies. And I want to go into the classroom to see what they're teaching about social studies. But what's your understanding of social studies if you're going to be teaching the children about human society? If you are the teacher to teach Abu Bakr Korea, what do you want to teach Abu Bakr Korea? What are you going to want to teach him about?
I want to teach starting the history.
There we go.
Yeah.
Correct history of a country, a race, right?
Yeah.
It's very, very key, right? But I guarantee that many of those true histories are being twisted. And leftist ideologies are infiltrated into every aspect. And I guarantee that in the science subject and the social studies subject, the children are learning that human beings come from monkey.
Yeah. They believe the atheism.
I think so. In the science and the social study categories, the children are gradually being lured into the camp of evolution theory and atheism.
Yeah.
Evolution theory and atheism, and even consider communism is good, socialism is good, equality, women's rights, right? Homosexuality, abortion, right? Gay marriage. I think in this category, these kind of evil ideologies are gradually entering our little students' mind.
Yeah, that's a big problem. Yeah.
And I don't see a sign of moral education here. I don't see a sign of Western spirituality study here, right? I don't see any emphasis about nature, the law of the nature, the truth, justice, conscience, and how to stay healthy. What is the rule about proper living, right? I don't see any of that in the education system. And the children growing up to 5th grade, they still have no time to connect with any of those very important studies that usually in China started as 3-year-old. 3-year-old moral education starts. Correct? But in American public school system, It's not even mentioned for the 5th grader. And the whole thing is all empty talk. To me, it's all nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, you say English language skills, fine. Reading, writing, right? Speaking and listening, and this is all correct. Language education, fine. And then mathematics is already a big problem. And then science is even bigger problem. And then social study is a big mess.
Yeah.
How are you going to be able to teach all the children to be productive and be good human being and fulfill their sacred mission in the human world with this kind of education system? Isn't that very worrisome?
Yeah.